Paige Coughlin here, the Golden Child. We are at our very first race, Maple Grove Raceway, April 19th and 20th. If you're not already here, get here now. You can buy tickets at the gate. But we are super stoked to be here. You know, we're starting the season off strong. We just came from testing and, you know, that went fabulous. So I feel really, really good going into today. You know, and with the new format, we have 2 grudge passes tonight. And then we also are going to run first round of elimination.
did good.
Lord, that was like insane.
Was it a little bit of deja vu
It was.
of when you ran Dave Gates?
A little bit.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I have a feeling I'm getting a little close to this guy because I can see better. And then I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll get out of it.
No, just leave it. Still. Turn it. Fucking tires make so much noise.
Hey y'all, Golden Child here. We just finished up our first day of Season 7 MPK, Maple Grove Raceway, day number 1. That was a spiel, but you know, I would say it is a success. That was also a tongue twister. You know, we had to make 2 laps today. We were supposed to run first round, but track ended up having a curfew. So we're just gonna push that on to tomorrow. But you know, it got pretty cold, and you know, I'm not the biggest fan of night racing, which is like, it doesn't make any sense because we do a ton of night racing over here. So I get a little nervous. But going into these laps, I was like, you know what? We just need to make point A to point B runs, and we'll just kind of build off of that. Just wait for the track to get a little bit better. And you know, it didn't help. We had a little bit of rain today and no sunniness. So you got to take what you can get. So we grudge raced Daddy Dave, and I had him by like a car at least, and so that was great. That was great. Car ran wonderful. You know, it got out a little bit, went a little to the left, but we brought it back, made a full pass, and then we just got back actually from running our second grudge pass against Giuseppe, and I'm driving, and you know, the track is cold, and you're looking down, and you're like, oh, good Lord, and you know, I'm driving it, and I pulled the chutes, I want to say, right before the first 8th mile cone. There's 2. So I pulled it just before then. So not quite a full pass. I would say like 3/4. But you know what? We'll take it. That will still win rounds. And we were kind of, you know, expecting to run first round tonight and be like, you know what? With the conditions that we're working with right now, that could win first round. But you know what? They decided to call it a night. So everybody's going to get some good sleep. And we're going to start over tomorrow. But, you know, I would say our first day has been a success. You know, there's been a good amount of cars that haven't been able to get down, so that's a win in my book that we're doing good, and I've conquered another night of, or another time of night racing. That's my fear. I conquered it tonight. I made it my bitch, so it feels good. So stay tuned for tomorrow, race day, for the first ever, or not the first ever, but the first MPK race of Season 7. Golden Child here. You know, it's a beautiful day. It's race day at Maple Grove Raceway, and we are gearing up for round number 1. And you know, we drew Jerry Bird, and I was feeling pretty good going into it. You know, we were one of the handful of cars that made it down last night. Both passes, we turned on 2 win lights in our grudge matches, and I was feeling pretty great about it. You know, the sun's out, the weather's beautiful, it's actually warmer. I was feeling confident, but you know, we're going up for round 1. I'm getting suited up, track's looking good, and we let go of the button, and the car's starting to go, you know, a little to the left here, and a little right, and I'm trying to drive with it, you know, but we want to stay as straight as possible because then you're not losing out on ET. And I did the best best I could, but he was able to come around me just at the very last second. Like, it was such a close race. We have a GoPro that sits on top of the car, and we're able to kind of watch it as like a 360 view, and you can see him, like, if I wouldn't have gotten out of the groove just a tad bit, we probably would have turned on that wind light. And so, you know, that's not the way I want to start off our very first race of this season, but it is what it is, and it does happen. So our next step is to get ready for the losers bracket. That's what they're calling it, which makes me feel great. All great inside. I told Boosted, I'm like, losers kind of makes me feel sad, but that it's what we are. But, you know, there was actually a handful of impressive drivers in the losers bracket. Like, you know, not everybody's impressive, but names I wasn't expecting to see either, you know, and that's what keeps this thing interesting. It's like some of the bigger names, they're going to lose every now and then. And it just gives you an opportunity to race everybody. So we do get a second chance. We're racing for 10 grand, which is another bonus. But we ended up drawing Doc Love. The second round, we're in the right lane. We're in the second pair out. So I have a feeling that now we really get the opportunity to regroup, kind of go over our data and make sure we got it all going on, so that when we do go up for second round, we are going to, or not second round, first round, it feels like second round, but we're going to go out there and turn a wind light on, because we just have one more extra run under our belt that we can use to our advantage. The car was running fast, you know, it's windy here, and we just kind of have to adjust to the racetrack, and he happens to stay straight or I did, and we're not going to let that happen this time around. So I'm feeling pretty good about it. I got a lot of faith in my tuner, the car, all my guys, and some in myself, knowing that it's like, all right, you know how to do this, you know how to drive the car, you just got to put all the pieces together and make it happen. So that's where we're at. Stay tuned. We'll find out what happens first round of the losers bracket.
Paige Coughlin going to get the win like Doc Love goes red. Doc Love goes red. Paige Coughlin.
That's right.
This goes in the pink ones.
Your first pair with Jeff Lutz versus Alex Long. Jeff Lutz versus Alex Long with the lead. My second pair with Paige Coughlin versus Scott Taylor. All right.
Alrighty, y'all. Maple Grove Raceway, race day. It's a little bit windy over here, but we're getting by. You know, we had to run Doc Love. I want to say that was first round of the, I called it losers bracket, but we have since changed the name to opportunities bracket. You know, I'll take it. Sounds better than loser. But we drew Doc Love, and we got lucky. We got the win. He decided to jump, gave him the red light, and I was already out of it. I went past the 60 and just got out of it. It was getting a little squirrely on me, and I just said, you know what? It's not worth breaking some parts, because we've been having issues with getting it started, and I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I want to keep the car happy and not mad at me. So I just decided to bail. my win light come on, and I'm like, alrighty, this is a sign. This is our opportunity to come back. You know, we're still in this deal. We had to go up and draw chips just now, and we got Scott Taylor. And I've raced him before. One other time he beat me. I think it was Banamere last year, and he's fast. He's fast. So I know that going into this deal and just being like, you gotta be on your A game. You gotta drive. Like, don't take this lightly. Not that I did before, but I mean, this is our second chance. There's a sign. We're still in this deal. We're racing for 10 grand. You know, drive the SOBs, like something my dad would say. So we're just gonna get ready to go on up, see if we can turn on another win light. It's gonna be a good race though. Scott Taylor, he's competitive, and it'll be good.
Sponsored by Chiquita.
Bananas.
It's really sponsored.
You know, today didn't go like we wanted it to, and you're gonna have that on the big jobs. We did not get the win against Scott Taylor. Car and I were not vibing today. We were kind of all over the place. It was always on the top end. It was moving around a little bit, but it's gonna happen. You know, it's inevitable. It's a win, not an if. And you know, my biggest thing was just keep driving it. You know when to say no, and don't hit the wall. Because we were in the lane where I hit the wall, and I'm like, ooh, this is giving me PTSD a little bit. But we overcame that, which was good. What'd you say?
Close races.
Yeah, every race was close, you know, and I had to do a ton of driving, which I mean is great experience, but
We had a very good run with Jerry Bird.
yes, we did. Yes,
He
we
was
did.
fast.
Like, I think if I would have just kept it straighter, we could have won that. But
That was
it's tough. It's tough. And it's good that it's tough. We want the competition to be tough because it keeps us on our toes. And that's exactly what everybody did today, and that's what the car did to me. So I think we're gonna have a lot to go off of for Virginia. We're gonna head there next weekend, so make sure to come out and visit us. But I think next weekend we're gonna have a lot more success. I have a much better feeling about it. You know, you kind of get the first race jitters out of the way, and you know we had a hard weekend. But I think from here on out it's gonna be hopefully smoother. Would you say? Plus, Virginia's an awesome racetrack, Virginia Motorsports Park, and not that this place isn't. We love Maple Grove Raceway, but you know, it's every track has their challenges, and
We got the monkey off our back.
That's exactly it. We got the monkey off our back, and you know what? I'll take it. We can go up from here, and it's not for points. No points for this race, the next race, and the race after that. So the first three, no points. So yes, we want to win. We want to do well. We're also still racing for money, but thankfully, we're not racing for points because I want to start off on a good note when the points come into play. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. We just gotta stay positive for next weekend. I can get back in the car right fucking now and make another pass just because I don't like the way that we finished. And it is what it is. So right now, Scott Taylor's going back into the final. I think he's gonna run like Alex Laughlin or something and just see who wins. You know, if he beat me, he might as well win the whole damn thing. That's kind of how I'm feeling. Anything. that's about it, but stay tuned for next weekend as we go to Virginia.
Thanks for following.